guys, it's Tyler from Reviews of Cool Stuff, and today we are looking at this, the EXO Mini Drone. Now this is part of the Blackhawk 2 series, which is brand new, coming out summer 2022. Now this is part of a pro line for EXO. Now if you're not familiar with EXO, they are a drone company based in the United States. They are the fastest growing drone company in the world, and it's because they make incredible drones. So this drone is the lowest of their 4 new drones as far as cost goes. It is their ultra lightweight, 249 grams. It is truly a mini drone or a mini copter. I've played with EXO drones. I've owned an EXO Ranger 7 Plus in the past, which is an incredible drone, but I am really excited about this one. Now EXO sent me this one in advance so I could go through all the features before its launch, and I was just blown away. This is an incredible drone. It's huge upgrades from what they had in their previous line. I'm just really excited to share with you all the things that I've discovered. Alright, so first let's talk about the sensor. That's the most important thing in a professional drone because you're taking footage, you're going to use it for B-roll for your YouTube channel or for professional projects. And so the sensor really matters. Now the sensor on the EXO Mini is a 1/2.6 inch sensor. That is on par with the old DJI. So DJI is kind of the industry standard as far as sensors goes. And in their last line, that's very similar to what this sensor is like. And so for their pro level drones, that's very comparable to this. Alright, let's talk about the size and weight. Now if we fold this up, we get a 5.5 by 3.5 by 2.5 inch drone. Now you can see it is small. This will fit in my pocket, I know, because I've been carrying it around in my pocket. So I can just stick it in, and the remote or the controller is similar. So you can stick one in one pocket, one in the other, and you're good to go. So size-wise, this is really incredible. What most people care about is the weight. And the weight on this is 249 grams. Now the reason they do 249 grams is because there are regulators in the United States and most other countries that say if you are under 250 grams, which is roughly over half a pound, if it's under 250 grams, then it's less dangerous. And so for that reason, you don't have to register it for recreational use in most cases. You don't have to have a certification to fly it in most cases. And so that weight is kind of the industry standard, going at 249 grams. And so this meets that threshold. Every place has different rules and regulations, so you still have to check those things out. But this meets the weight standard, so that's pretty cool. So it's small and it's light. Okay, so let's talk about features for a minute. Now this has a lot of upgrades over the previous line and a few things that I was especially excited about. Now it has hyperlapse, which is incredible for a drone at this price point. It has waypoint mode, so you can chart a course using GPS. It has orbit mode, so you can have it circle around you, which is really cool. I did some filming with my brother and we circled him. It was pretty cool to see that orbit mode. Now those are all really great, but one of the things that really interested me was wind resistance mode. So I live in a city that is super windy, and so you can turn on the wind resistance. And I tried this out just on default mode, and it actually fared really well in the wind in default mode. And so I was able to go around and just do things within my yard with really heavy winds, and it still, you know, the gimbal is great and it took great video just on default, but it does have a wind resistance mode that you can activate, and then it will do even better. Oh, I should say, in wind resistance mode, or just talking about wind resistance, one of the things that I noticed is if there was some wind, as it was ascending, and especially if I ascended with a rotate, it would kind of jerk a little bit. And so it wasn't perfectly smooth if there was a little bit of wind, or if you're rotating too fast. And that was one of the complaints I have about this drone, is the default rotation is really fast, and it does make the video a little bit choppy. I wish it was a slower rotation. Now, I haven't gotten into the settings yet to tweak that, but just that default setting, it's a little fast on the rotation. So that's something that you'll have to mess with. Now, the mode that I was most excited about is the follow me mode and the active follow mode, because I do a lot of action shots and I don't have a camera team to follow me around. And so I want to be able to just select what I'm doing or whatever I want it to follow and not have to worry about it. So I tested this out this week. I simply went to one of the places where I like to go running, and you have to be about 10 meters from the drone, so I had to raise it up and then lower the gimbal so that it was on me. This took a little bit of practice for me just to get in the right range, because it has to start in the right range. And then you just click a little button on the screen and it will highlight that thing, or you can draw a rectangle around whatever it is you want to follow. So I selected myself, and then I just put my controller away and locked it in my car and went for a run. And the drone just followed me. So I was able to go out on my run, it followed me, I was able to get some great shots, and it stays about 10 meters away. So when you first set it up, you can decide how high you want it to be and how far you want it to be away, but it's gonna have about those 10 meters. Now, one of the things about this particular drone is the EXO Mini does not have obstacle avoidance. It does have collision sensors, and if you put your hand under it, it's gonna hover and things, it's gonna still sense things, but it doesn't have that collision avoidance that you'll have on some of the higher end drones. And in fact, the EXO Mini Pro does have obstacle avoidance. And a lot of the older EXO drones have it as well, but that was just one of the things they kept off, I think, trying to keep the price down on the EXO Mini. Alright, let's talk about the battery life and range. Now, the battery, you can get just a single battery with the drone, or you can buy 2 batteries, and they will come with this little charger. It just docks right on it, and then you just connect with your, it's not the USB-C, it's the micro card, or the micro whatever connector. And so you just connect that, you plug it in, and it will charge it. It does take a while to charge, a few hours, but the nice thing about this new upgrade is these batteries have you're going to get a flight time of over 30 minutes. Now, I think similar to the new DJI battery, it has a 34 minute flight time, or you can special order the intelligent battery that gives you up to 47 minutes, so you can upgrade for that. But on the 34 minutes, I tested that out. I wanted to take it to its max, and so I took it out several times to see if it would make it the full 34 minutes. And it does, but with a caveat. So first, hooray! Longer battery life, which is awesome. When you have 2 batteries, you get a full hour of flight time, which is incredible for a professional drone. However, when you get to about 40%, you'll get a warning on your screen that says 40%, and just to give you that warning. Once you hit 30%, some of your features are going to go away. It's going to recommend that you return to home at 30%, and you're not going to be able to activate some of those special features. Now, the reason for that, I learned, is because if your battery dies while it's out, you know, your drone is gone. And the range on this drone is pretty impressive. And so you're gonna get a 6-kilometer range. Now, going just straight up, you can go up to 800 meters or a half mile, but your extended range is 6 kilometers. Now, that's about 4 miles, and that's a long distance. With the speed that this drone goes, if you are fully up a half a mile and out 4 miles, it's going to take you about 10 minutes to return to home. And that's gonna drain about 30% of your battery. I know, because I did this. And so that's why things are disabled at 30%, is because in some cases you'll need that full time to get back. Now, if you're just local, then you just override and you can still do what you want. Just know that it takes about 30% of the battery to return from fully extended range. If you're moving the whole time, the total flight range is almost 20 kilometers, which is pretty amazing. So a great range on this, and a really great battery life. Now, that makes this drone competitive with the DJI Mini 3 Pro. And so this is really competing with the top drones in the world in that Pro Mini category. And that brings us, of course, to cost. Now, this, I believe the price is set at $599. However, as they launch it, they're dropping it down to $499. For prices, of course, just go follow the link in the description to the website. But this is starting out at a very competitive price. In fact, they claim that this is the most affordable pro-level drone in the world. And from all the research that I've done, I agree with that. This is definitely the least expensive professional grade drone, mini drone, that you can find anywhere. Now, it stacks up very well with the top level drones, but it is a little bit cheaper, and so you're giving up a few things like that obstacle avoidance. But this is, for the price, this is about as good as it gets, which explains why this is the fastest growing drone company in the world. Now, one thing that I love about, a few things. Let me talk about some things I love about EXO drones. One is they are based in the United States, actually here in Utah, and I'm here in southern Utah. So that's super cool for me to have a local company that's doing so well. I've worked with them in the past with other drones, and I've had to take advantage of their customer service because I have had a few things go wrong with my drones. Their customer service is fantastic. They're super responsive. You get a real human to talk to. They take care of things, and so I have not had any issues. That is a huge benefit in the drone world compared to something like DJI, which is based out of China. And so I really love having a US-based customer service and the company based here in the United States. Okay, so this is the EXO Mini drone. It's part of the Blackhawk 2 series, and I highly recommend you get this drone, especially if you're looking for a mini drone, especially if you're looking one with professional features. That active follow is super, super cool, and this is a US-based company. They're doing good work. There's a reason they're so popular right now, and so go ahead and go to their website. I'll put a link in my description. I do have an affiliate link that I'll use, and please use it. If this video was valuable for you, if this helped you make your decision on what kind of drone to buy, please follow my links. I'm new to doing these drone videos, and I want to keep working with EXO, so I want you to use my link so they see that these videos are valuable. All right, have a great day. Bye.